Hey y'all, welcome to our channel, Somos, where we give you some of our observations. And we apologize in advance that this video wasn't put out yesterday, but today um, we had some things going on. And like I said in earlier videos, this is a real channel, okay? So life happened, you didn't get the video yesterday, but here we are today. All right, so today our topic is from one of our friends that sent us an inbox. Really good question, really good topic. Money, family, friends, and kids. The Corral way. All right, so our last video ran a little bit long, so we're just going to get right into it. And I'm going to start us off with how we handle money with our family, friends, and our kids. Um, I am of the mindset of giving hand ups instead of hand outs. A lot of people may not agree with that, but coming from where I came from and growing with Juan financially the way that we didn't have handouts. And it's not that we were or are opposed to helping people. We understand the value in getting things yourself. So we give hand ups, not handouts. So, for instance, when it came to money and our family, it depended on the situations, it depended on who was asking. Um,
and how much they're asking for.
and how much they're asking for. One of the rules that we live by is that we never gave out any money that we couldn't afford to get back.
Mhm.
So if you were asking me for $500 and I knew that I wasn't going to get that money back from you, the answer probably would be no, because I need my $500 back and you haven't been faithful with your money. I can't expect you to give me back my money. One thing I will say though is that we have been pretty fortunate that we haven't had to deal with a lot of issues when it came to our family
Right.
asking for money. Have we helped some family members out? Absolutely. Was it often? No. But in the cases that we have had to give money to family, I would say they've been pretty pleasant.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I know some of my family members may watch this channel and they'll know it. It's not that I'm fluffing it up or anything, but one of the things that I like too is you have to help yourself first. So, for instance, I had a family member ask for some money, and my first reaction was, "Well, what have you done to get this money yourself before you decided to ask me?" Of course, that wasn't the answer that they wanted to hear, but that's just the truth. You have to help yourself first. Hand up, not just a hand out. So this particular family member, they were like, well, I just need it till such and such day. And I was like, okay, can you sell something? Can you, you know, take back something that you may have that's new that you could get the money for? And that person was upset with me, and I can understand why. But when we didn't have any money or we couldn't afford to get the things that we wanted, I'm the yard sale queen. I will go through my house and find whatever. And if we haven't used it in 3 to 6 months, we're having a yard sale. So that way I don't have to call another family member and say, can you help me? May I have? I'm going to use whatever I can to help myself first before I ask anybody else to help me. I don't expect people to give me handouts. A hand up? Yes. A handout? No.
And it's so
So,
much easier to do that now. You have Facebook Marketplace, you have yard sale groups on Facebook that you can join. It's so easy to put something. I know there's something in your house that you don't use um, often or whatever, something that you can get rid of that you can make money off of. It's just finding a way to support yourself before you have to go and ask for that money from someone else. No one likes being in debt. And when you ask a family member for money and you borrow money, you are in debt to your family member.
Yes.
Just because they're not a bill collector that will call you back. Don't get upset when they come asking for that $40, that $50. You owe them money.
Yeah. And I will say it like in every other video. My money is the time that my husband spent away from me. I'm not just going to give that to you for free. Okay, that means something to me. So I think my family knows that. Again, like I said, we've had good, you know, dealings with our family members, and we've never really ran into that problem. Friends. My friends know that I do not mix business with pleasure. I love you. I will support your businesses. You write a book, I will buy it. You have an event going on, I will come and support you. But when it comes to personal monies, I do not mix business with my pleasure. I don't do anything that will bring even the slightest bit of uncomfortableness or an inconvenience to a relationship that I have with someone that I care about. The handling of money can be very fickle and very tricky. And if you are a person that is in my life, we will get to that place in that conversation where I will let it be known I do not mix business with pleasure. We don't do money, point blank, period. We could go out to eat, split bills, or I'll pay for your lunch, you pay for my lunch, this, that, and the third. But when it comes to, giving money and stuff like that, I don't do it. Not with friends. It will ruin your relationships. I learned a long time ago to not do that. Yeah.
Along with friends, we never have and we never will, as the saying goes, try to keep up with the Joneses.
Amen to that.
We are our own Joneses. We're the Carells. So we do stuff our way. I have a nice, beautiful 2012 F-150. Stop it with the Ford jokes, whoever's going to have any Ford jokes. I love my truck. Why would I give it up? Why would I go and get a brand new vehicle? Because I have friends that are getting brand new vehicles. Why would I do that? My truck is fine. I have no car note. And I'm not trying to keep up with you. So by all means, do what you can afford, what's not going to hurt your wallet. But just know, I'm not doing that. Netta's not doing that. You cannot compete with friends and put yourself in a hole. If that's what you're doing, then they're really not friends. A true friend would not put you in a situation where you feel like you have to compete with them or have to try to do something where money gets in the way. There's a couple of things that we really don't mess with people about. It could be religion and politics.
Yes.
Your marriage and your kids, and money.
Yeah.
Those are topics that we don't really go unless you ask us or we ask you. If the advice is unsolicited, we're not doing that.
When in doubt, keep it out.
Keep it out.
Okay, we don't deal with it. I've never been competitive like that. I'm always of the mindset of it's your money, I can't spend it. And I would hope that someone would view us the same
way.
It's especially when you call someone a friend. There's just no place for that. We have friends on every level, every single level, and I love it. And we are who we are at every level. We all put our pants on the same exact way. This may be TMI, but Juan when we first met, we were talking about being intimidated by people or something like that, I forget. And he was like, everybody has a poopy face. So I mean, like, people just don't intimidate me. I'm not moved by people's status. I'm not moved by what they have in their driveway or what they live in, how much money they have in their bank account, because it's not mine. I can't spend it. I'm not counting your coins. I don't care. Let's go out. Let's go somewhere. And look, what's the saying goes? If you want to impress me, drown a fish. Okay, that's just the bottom line with that. Well, you heard it today.
I heard it today
on the channel. It's one of my observations. Anyways,
watch out.
So with that being said, family and friends, we don't deal with it when it comes to money. Will we help people? Absolutely. We are not going to lay our heads down at night knowing that someone is in dire need. You may not like the way I help you, but I will help. Okay. And last but not least, to not go too much longer, kids, our wonderful children. There are many things that we have done over the course of parenting to help set our children up for success. When they reach the age that society calls maturity and they think they're grown, do you, boo boo? I'm responsible to keep you clothed, fed, and sheltered until you're 18 years old. Anything that I do after that is a gift, it is not a necessity.
Mm-hmm. It's not obligation.
It's not obligation. Fortunately, our children, our adult children, we don't deal with that with them. They honestly don't ask us for anything. We try to give them more than they will even accept sometimes. However, one of the things that we learned as parents is that we have to let them find their own way and learn their own lessons when it comes to money. Instead of buying our children a lot of things when they were younger, we chose to invest more in their future. So when my children graduated, we had the money to buy them a vehicle. They didn't have to go and get, jobs that work crazy hours and stuff so they can afford cars. Our goal was, let's make sure that we can provide them the things that they would need in order for them to be successful when they're out of our house. We did birthdays 1, 5, 10, and 15. That's when our children had birthday parties. We did not do birthday parties for them every single year. Birthday parties are for other people. You buy plates, cups, forks, spoons, and napkins and cakes for other people to come and throw in the trash. That is money thrown away. So instead of throwing that money away on our children to say happy birthday, we would take them out to eat, us as a family, and we would we would stack money, of course, so when they needed it, when they became of mature age, we had something of value to give to them other than a birthday party. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So, and then even with them being adults now, like our oldest is 24, we don't do a lot for him. If he needed something, of course, we're there. We're going to help him. But at that point, too, we would treat him like he is extended family. We're not going to give you more than we can, if we can't afford to get it back. And if we give you something, yes, we're your parents, but depending on what it is, it's a loan. Gifts are when I want to give you something, not when you're asking me for something.
Exactly.
So that's the way we look at that. Some people may say, oh my gosh, that's a bit harsh. No, life is harsh. And if you teach a man to fish, right? So
he won't drown the fish.
I would be impressed if he did. But that's just how we view things. That's just how we treated our family, our friends, and even our children when it comes to money. It's not being a tightwad, it's not being stingy, and it's not being generous.
However, I'll be that. I'll be a tightwad. I'll be stingy, and I'll be not generous. If that's the words that want to be said about me when I say no, because you need to learn how to say no. May I borrow? No. May I have? No. Why? Because you can get it on your own.
Yes.
Now, if it's an emergency and if it's dire straits, I'll never see you homeless. I got you. Other than that, no.
Yes.
Learn how to say no. And the biggest thing, when we were talking at a set, a friend of ours, we were discussing this topic with him before we even started doing this video. Shout out to Lewis. Love you, brother. One of the biggest things, emotions and money don't go together. So if you're going to make an emotional decision about your money, you're already losing.
Yes.
Try to get those emotions out the way. I know it's your babies. I know it's your friends. I know it's your family. Oh my gosh, they need help for the rent. Get emotions out the way and just realize that when it comes to money, emotion should not be involved. You're going to get yourself in trouble.
Because you know what? I have learned when someone comes to you and you do say no, you say no, but somehow, some way, they find a way.
Mm-hmm.
So if your no push someone to better themselves or to find another way, you can also look at that as like
Help.
helping them. People don't know this. That's why we're opening ourselves up and allowing you to see into our lives and how and why we do things. We did not ask our families for anything when we started out. There were times where Trey would eat a kid cuisine for dinner. We would have bologna and cheese sandwiches with a bag of chips. There were times, I remember when our brakes went out on our car and I was
And I was
pregnant,
pregnant.
and I just knew, and we lived in Hawaii, and I just knew that our brakes were going to give out on this car when we were trying to bring our precious baby home, and we were all going to die because we crashed into someone. We had no one to ask.
And yet we still made it.
And yet we made it. We found a way. We made a way. So, to anybody who is, has a habit of just asking people to always bail them out, if it's not an emergency, try to help yourself. Try to find a way. It will mean more. And it will give you valuable lessons to take in the other areas of your life. That if you did it with one thing, you can do it with another.
Mm-hmm.
Someone saying no to you when it comes to money doesn't mean that they're stingy or that they are a tightwad
Or you don't love me.
or you don't love me. No, you need to learn. You need to figure out things that will help you grow in this thing called life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? The best way is not always the easy way. Juan and I wouldn't be where we are in our level if we had everything handed to us. We had to learn. We had to help ourselves before we asked other people for help. Have people helped us?
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's a healthy help, but it didn't come at the expense of us taking something from someone else. I took the mentorship from the pharmacist at my job that helped me understand financial literacy, financial management, and other things, and I brought that into my home. I didn't have those skills, but I took someone's advice. They're knowing more than me. I listened, I learned, and we grew. It was free, thank God. So when it came time for us to repair those brakes, we didn't have to ask a family member or friends to help us. We figured it out, we learned, and we helped ourselves. We gave ourselves a hand up instead of a hand out. Does that make sense? That's our video for today. Went a little bit longer. I think 20 minutes is going to be our niche.
We'll see.
But thank you guys for watching. Again, if you have any questions, any topics, any suggestions, we are open. You can inbox us. We are not afraid to open ourselves up. It may not be the answer you're looking for, but it's our answer. It's our observation. It's how we do things the Corral way. And do you have anything you want to add or say?
I don't. Just don't be emotional with your money.
Don't be emotional with the money. Can't do it. Have a blessed day. Have a blessed night. Whenever you're watching this, if you guys can hear, pray for me because my allergies are still going crazy. It's crazy. And we will see you on the next video. Oh, I would like to add. So it's almost the end of January. We talked about it. So January, pretty much everything has been about money. We are going to do a different topic every month. Okay, so stay tuned. January is the money month. What will February be? Okay, thank you guys again for being here. Thank you for coming to our channel. Thank you for giving us some of your time. We hope that you are blessed, and we hope that you guys are learning some things, or if not, just being entertained. All right. Netta and Juan out.